This week we're going to be working on summarizing. This is RL 6.2. Provide a summary of the text distinct from personal opinions or judgments. When you tell someone about your day, you include the important people, places, and events, but leave out the little details. Similarly, a summary is a story is a brief retelling. So a summary is just a brief retelling. It includes only the main characters, setting, conflict, and important events. When reading a story, you might have personal opinions, those are feelings about it. You might also make judgments about the story, whether it's believable, well written, and so on. Although it's fine to have opinions and make judgments, don't include them in a summary. Okay, so a lot of us have been, when we are answering some of the questions on the Ready form, some of us I've noticed have been answering the question, but instead of providing information about the character, I've noticed that some of us are providing information about your own experience. So I want you to try to work on only putting things about the character in any kind of a summary, not about yourself. It's supposed to be objective or tell only the facts. So let's look at this picture right here. These pictures tell a story. What details would you include in the summary of the pictures? So let's just take a moment and look at the pictures. In the first one, you can see that there's water dripping from the ceiling. They're standing in it. They're very surprised and confused. In the second one, they go up there and see that the bathtub water is overflowing from the bathtub because it's running. Okay, so let's read out the summary. We're going to cross out phrases that seem like opinions or judgments. In an unrealistic story, a boy and girl enter a living room and see drips coming from the ceiling. Although confused at first, they at least have the sense to check the bathroom above the living room. There they discover the waters from an overflowing bathtub. Okay, so what do you think you would cross out? A version of this without judgments and opinions would be a boy and girl enter a living room and see drips coming from the ceiling. Although confused at first, they check the bathroom above the living room. So they at least have the sense to check. Well, I guess you keep they. They check the bathroom. So that's an opinion. That's kind of making a judgment about their character. There they discover the waters from an overflowing bathtub. Remember that a summary of a literary text includes only its most important aspects. It's perfectly fine to have opinions and make judgments about what you read, but when you're summarizing a story, just stick to the facts. Now, I know that earlier in the year I told you judge your character when you're reading a book, and I still want you to do that, but if you're providing a summary of the book, don't include a judgment in that. If we're looking at character attributes, then I definitely want you to kind of be more judgy. All right, so we're going to practice again with a mystery story about a boy and his brother. It's called Where is Lady Fishpants? Okay. I want to see the lady with the fish pants, cried Ted. The day was scorching hot, and my 4-year-old brother was driving me crazy. We had seen every exhibit in Oceanside Aquarium. Each time Ted would look around and then yell, Sam, where's the lady with the fish pants? I tried to convince him that there was no lady with fish pants there, but he just shook his head and said, she has two here. Let's go back and look at the jellyfish exhibit, I told him. Maybe she'll be there. Okay, so I want to think about summarizing this part. I know a summary includes the main characters and setting, which are a boy and his little brother at an aquarium on a very hot day. Let's see if I can find the important events. Let's look at a summary. Remember, a summary is a brief retelling. It does not include your opinions. Okay. Below is the student's draft of a summary. Let's look at the draft carefully and see the 3 statements that do not belong and cross those out. In this well-written part of the story, Sam and his brother Ted visit Oceanside Aquarium. Ted says he wants to see the lady with the fish pants and acts like a spoiled brat. Sam says there is no lady with fish pants, but Ted insists she's there. Ted should listen to his brother. Okay, so if I'm thinking about things that don't belong, um, then the first part is in this well-written part of the story, so I'm going to cross that out. Okay, it gives a judgment about how the story was written. All right, so that doesn't belong in the summary. The next part is that he acts like a spoiled brat. Acts like a spoiled brat. Okay, I'm going to cross that part out. Why does that not belong? Okay, so that is an opinion about Ted. Opinion about Ted's behavior. All right, and then the last part, Ted should listen to his brother. So I'm going to write that. Ted should listen to his brother. Doesn't belong. Again, that is another opinion about what a character should do. And remember, summaries do not include what a character should do. While you can have that opinion just fine, sorry, you couldn't see it. While you could have an opinion, that's just fine. Don't include it in the summary. Okay, let's continue with this story. At the jellyfish exhibit, Ted screamed, "Sam, there's no lady with fish pants here." Everybody looked at me and I quickly rushed him out the door. "Look," I told him, "Mom's picking us up soon. Let's hang out in the gift shop until she gets here." All right. I'm going to underline the names of characters and any clues to help me understand this story setting and events. So Sam and Ted and Sam. And then they're going to the gift shop. So that's the setting and their characters. We have Mom. I guess she's the minor character, but because she's going to be picking them up. Will the lady with the fish pants be there? Sure, maybe, I said. We walked in and I expected to hear Ted scream, but instead he was smiling. He held up a stuffed mermaid for me to see. See? Lady with the fish pants. Okay, so finally I could see what he was talking about in this mystery. Okay, so a good summary describes character, setting, and important events. So let's take a look at our question. Which sentence best summarizes this part of the story? A says Sam should have realized that Ted was telling the truth about the lady with the fish pants. Well, this is not really a good summary because it has the word should have, and that's a judgment. So not A because it's a judgment. B says the mystery of the lady with the fish pants is solved when Sam and Ted visit the gift shop and sees the stuffed mermaid. Okay, that could maybe be a good summary because I don't see any opinions or judgments. Let's take a look at C and D. Sam and Ted's mother is supposed to pick them up soon. Okay, well, that is true because it does say Mom's picking us up soon, but it's just one small detail, not a whole summary. So it's a small detail. And then D says Sam got tired of listening to Ted whine, so he took him into the gift shop. That's incorrect because the story says Sam takes Ted to the gift shop to wait for their mother, not because he's tired of his whining. So that's not the good one. So B is your best choice. All right, so for this week, you're going to be practicing the same skill of summarizing. All right, you're going to get another mystery. It's called Mystery on the Blue Ghost. And don't forget, because it's a mystery, I know there will be questions and clues that lead to the answer. Don't forget to do your close reading, okay? Circle the sentence that offers the explanation. What are some key events? underline evidence. If you print this out, you can do that. Um, or you could just kind of make mental notes about some of the key events in the story. All right, and you have some questions that will go on your form about summaries. Number one is about a summary. Number two is also a summary, and then you're going to write a summary. Remember, don't include your personal opinions or judgments. Then you're going to also read from The Magician's Elephant by Kate DiCamillo, Kate DiCamillo, which she's a great author, so you'll probably really enjoy this. And then you'll have number one, what event belongs in the summary of the story. Then number two, which sentence expresses an opinion. Number three, what sentence best summarizes paragraphs 4 through 6? You're going to want to go back and read paragraphs 4 through 6. And then number four, you're going to write a brief summary, include 3 details. Don't forget to answer the whole question, including your 3 details for full credit. So it'll be a summary with 3 details. All right, you guys, good luck. Let me know if you have any questions.